I'm just thinking about coding again, as you do. Like slam is coding, isn't it? Basically, learn a new language. Slang is shortened language, isn't it? That's what slang means, shortened language. Or shortened street language, I think, is slam. Yeah, it's called different things. It is just coding. It's all coding. Everything comes in coding. I used to paint my nails in patterns when I worked in the club, and my boss said to me, like the head of security, what does that mean? I'm telling you. Everything's coding though. It's like, that's why it is coding, isn't it? It's code. Specific people know what it means. Even if that person's only you. It's like coding a secret language, isn't it? I remember that years, like when I was a child, even before I worked in tech, when I was, what was I, 30? 28? 27? Like all age to die. How old was I? 20, and I'm now trying to cross the road. How old am I? 50. So I was 30, 29, 28, probably. I don't know how long I worked there, not massively long. That's called to tell you that the ambulance is coming. You have to get on the road because somebody's dying and they've got to save their life because that might be an important person. That's called. What was I saying? Oh yeah, wizkid's handbook in the 80s. When I was, I don't know, how old was I then? There's too many questions, not important. Or and that was all coding. It's like how to write in secret code, write in onion juice, and then burn it over a candle. Do you know? Lemon juice, do this, do it with salt. It's not any coding, it's basic science. Morse code, semaphore, tic-tac paper. Tic-tacs, they're racist, they do coding, don't they? I was never taught what that was. Probably because my granddad knew. If I was taught what the tic-tacs was all about, literally, I'd be a force worse than nature if I had a handle on the tic-tacs. What's the other code that everything's written in? Like the chaos pattern. What's that called? Like the sacred geometry, that all the flowers have the same pattern. I forgot what that's called. It's called rave. It's called rave. Rave. What are they called when they projections onto the walls? Rave projections. Apparently, I didn't know this, but someone said recently, apparently raves are supposed to, they're so like, everyone loves them so much. It's nothing to do with the ecstasy everyone takes. It's because the beat of the music is like the mother's heartbeat. Apparently. Oh. I don't know. Who was your mother? Probably should have. Everything means something to somebody. Rave to the grave. It's the rave station. Well, that was a good t-shirt I invented. Brave the Rave, wasn't it? Brave the Wave. The second wave of COVID, lockdown. I was going to print a t-shirt like Brave the Rave, but with a wave. Because I was street raving at the time. Well, it was like silent discos. Silent discos were a thing when I worked in the clubs. Like, so you'd get headphones when you came in. People probably know this. I'm not only explaining it because, like, some people might not know. So you'd get headphones when you came in. There was 2 channels on it, on the ones we had. So the music was played through headphones. And people danced to whichever channel they wanted. And security just stood around going, is this what people do for fun? And then I did in lockdown. I took it to the streets. music will always belong to the streets. Put headphones in, brave the wave. I only invented the t-shirt in my head. It didn't actually get as far as production because it didn't seem necessary. I posted it on Facebook, and people run with the idea however they want. Then all the rave thing took off and people went to all these secret raves. That's not what I had intended. But everything does things in a wrong way. I wanted socially distance raving, but without drugs. It's more fun if you do things clean, I think. And then I saw, like on the rave station, like on the news, they were raving in, there's some place down in, I think it's in London, I can't remember, some disused railway tunnel where they were doing secret raves. Apparently it's some underground thing that's been going on forever. Bats roost there. So, you know, with the whole COVID, like, bat thing, I thought, you know what, people are so clever, aren't they? Especially rave kids. Not only did they get caught raving in lockdown, it was in a guana-filled bat toilet. But, and then they asked questions, how do these diseases transmit from human to animal? You know, and I've talked about this in graphic detail in other places. I mean, how do they? I mean, people aren't stupid, scientists aren't stupid, I'm sure. It's the masses that probably are. There's one local girl who everyone said had relations with a dog, and then other people, that's one way of people, you know, that's just one way. I mean, and one of my Tinder mates sent me pictures of him fucking his dog, which I went to the police to report about. I think he did, or said it was a thing. But do you know what? I know Photoshop's real, and also trolling people. But I also know bestiality is a thing. How do these diseases transmit? And I said a lot of things, to be honest. You mix with different people, don't you? So say you got these rave people all hanging out together. That's a couple of demographics. We got the bats and the dogs in those diseases. One of them's got Lyme's disease because he's been bitten by a tick. I've had, as I know it, what I had? Hep from standing on a needle in my local park. Probably God knows where else along the way. Glandular fever. All these things are probably flying around in my system. Everyone hooks up, rolls on each other by accident, falls over in a rave den as just a petri dish, and a new disease was born. I don't know. That's one way, isn't it? When I heard it was like the Chinese meat market, I thought that was code for a brothel, but and bats was just more code for like your meat bat. I don't know though. Blame the Chinese. It probably is their fault. I mean, they travel over there all the time for their like holidays, don't they? For their whatever. What's it called? Not secret. I used the word the other day. Elusive holidays. Oh, how do these things happen? I don't know. How do they happen? Illuminati confirm. Illuminati confirm. Illuminati confirm. Illuminati confirm. That was, I feel like Magenta Divine now, Davine, or whatever her name was. I am a bit magenta, aren't I? I think doing street walk or street talk, was it? I am doing street talk. Comes back to slam. Right. I'm going to just end up there, I think.